Hebrew Free Loan is a very unusual organization, and it fills a special gap in the community. It's a niche kind of organization that is in a position to offer great help.
An organization about empowering people, giving them the knowledge that they can pay it back, that they are not to be pitied. They're to be helped, to be given a start.
Hebrew Free Loan started when 5 members of a congregation got together in 1886 to try to decide what to do with some surplus money they had left after their high holiday celebrations. They knew a single mother who was obviously in great need, and they approached her about giving her this $50 as a donation. Her pride would not let her accept it, but she said she would accept it as a loan, which she could repay. And from that genesis, Hebrew Free Loan Association of Pittsburgh was started. And it was eventually formally chartered in 1887. The types of loans that were made at the beginning were to help people get started in a business, to help a tailor buy a sewing machine, or to help a peddler rent or buy a push cart.
We helped operations for children. We helped people buy glasses, people fix teeth, people go to dying relatives, mothers in a different town who couldn't afford the fare.
And of course, as the loans were repaid, typically at a quarter or 50 cents a week, definitely affordable for the people who were borrowing, they would turn the money over and loan them again.
They would walk out with a check, and you would walk out thinking, boy, look what we did.
Throughout its history, the Hebrew Free Loan Association in Pittsburgh has tried to directly meet special needs as they arose. And each era presented different problems and different needs. The beginning of the 1920s was the period that followed the end of the Russian Revolution and the First World War. There were masses of immigrants who came here. In the 30s, we had the Great Depression. People were losing their homes and their businesses. We were able to extend our services and our loans to people throughout that period to help them get back to normal. 1936 was a hallmark year. There were actually floods in both Johnstown and Pittsburgh. The devastation was so severe that the Hebrew Free Loan set up a field office in Johnstown to attend to the needs of those who had suffered in the flood losses there. And of course, the office in Pittsburgh was quite busy addressing the same needs here. The 1960s was a time when there was a rise in the number and the percentage of loans we gave for purposes of allowing students to attend schools, institutions of higher learning, trade schools, and yeshivas. And we've literally helped hundreds and hundreds of students over the years. The 1960s was a particularly turbulent decade. There were civil rights struggles. Our Hill District saw riots, and a bunch of buildings and businesses were destroyed. We were instrumental in helping both Jewish and non-Jewish residents and business owners revitalize the Hill and rebuild. In the 80s, there was a monstrous exodus from the Soviet Union. We were basically the funder of a resettlement program for hundreds and hundreds of Russian Jews and non-Jews who came here with the collapse of the Soviet Union. In the late 1990s, we partnered with the Jewish Federation to fund a program that we called the Revitalization Program to improve and beautify housing in the center corridor of Squirrel Hill. In 2004, the Pittsburgh area experienced major flooding, particularly in Millvale, Sharpsburg, and Etna. Many businesses lost everything they had in these floods, and we extended many loans to help business people get their businesses started again, and every penny that we loaned to all of those struggling business owners was repaid. As our committees meet with prospective borrowers and satisfy their needs, you can see in a concrete way that we're helping someone get a degree who otherwise wouldn't get one. We're helping someone fill a housing need, And so on a one-by-one basis, rather than a broad community basis, we are directly helping people with great needs who couldn't otherwise find that help. And we're very proud of the thousands of people we've helped over the years.